Hello and good evening. My name is Daniel Harvey. My Twitter name is at DanielHarvey9. As you can see, that's a picture of me at Pedigree, and we might be doing some rugby training in the background. But the reason I'm showing you this is that my video, which I'm doing for the UK EdChat Tweet Meet, is all about ideas which I've managed to learn or magpie off other teachers who were good enough to share and put back into my classroom. And what I thought I'd do is showcase three such teachers and show how their ideas and their good natured collaboration has impacted at my school in Birmingham. Okay, the first person I'm going to feature is going to be a well-known person, Mark Anderson at ICT Evangelist. The first reason why I'm going to do that is because Mark is the person who I have learnt the most about iPad technology. The reason why I'm interested in iPad technology is I lead the iPad work in my school, and when I was starting off this around about 12 months ago, I needed to find somewhere to start, and Mark's blog at ictevangelist.com was a great place for me to start. What I'd also like to do is to point out how the use of Twitter can be effective at actually doing something. It's all great to talk, but what we've got here is a conversation I had this morning. I wanted to make a screencast video and be able to post it quite straightforwardly, but I've never done one before, and I wanted to know how to do it, but I also wanted to use my iPad, and because I've got an idea that I'd like to do with my digital leaders at my school about setting up tutorials for app use. So I asked Mark, and he is such a good-natured bloke. I got an answer back pretty immediately. So what I'm doing now is I'm using a piece of software called Reflector app, and I am mirroring the iPad screen across to my MacBook, which has a piece of software running called Camtasia Studio, as you can see, and that is recording the work off my iPad. So solution given, solution acted on, solution working. So I'm going to show this tomorrow to digital leaders, and then this is what we're going to use next term to model how we can use certain apps both for teachers and for students. What I'd just also like to do is something else that I've managed to learn off, was able to learn off Mark, is this great app called BoardCam. Now, as you can see, there's some work on here already. This was some work I did with Year 11 a few weeks ago, looking at keywords and just matching up, something we did at the start of the lesson. But I could take a picture of a piece of work and then start annotating live on screen what I wanted kids to be able to do. And BoardCam is such a great app, and allied to Reflector, BoardCam and Reflections, or Reflector app as it's now called, can provide you with a mobile visualizer at probably half the cost of a proper visualizer. So, Mark at ICT Evangelist, thank you very much for all your help. Now, the second person I'd like to feature actually comes with a third person, but I'd just like to point out who that person's going to be. And if we go across to this page, we can see his blog. Okay, lots of you know Tom Sherrington, head guru teacher, head teacher of a school down in Essex, and also one of the key organisers of Teach Me Essex. And one of the reasons why I wanted to feature this is because his ideas are about co-construction. I thought, that's interesting. Let's try this in a classroom and see what effect that can have with some of the students that I teach. So, and the great thing about Tom is, as you can see in his blog, he's got great articles here, detailed, how they've worked, how he's learned from mistakes that he's possibly made, not that he makes many, and how we can develop co-construction in the classroom. So I've been able to read this and put this into action, and from a Teach Meet that Tom did, it's Teach Meet London, the first one back in December, but also at the SSAT conference, I was able to pick his brains about how best to implement this idea. I should also point out at this time that another person's book, yes, I did say a book that's well worth reading or using, okay, is this book. Now I hope you can all see that, Full On Learning. And as you can see, that's written by Zoe Elder at Full On Learning, and that book has been really influential in my thinking in the classroom. So let's go back to co-construction. If we go and find this app, the Vimeo app, where this is where I share all of the files that I've made for school, and featuring how we've used various different apps, all the work of the digital leaders and their work. Okay, there we can see those two videos on the top left, Year 13 Sports Sciences, where Year 8 digital leaders have been working. Come all the way across, and what I'd like to show you is a video of a couple of you people, two students in my Year 10 class who did a particularly good lesson using this idea of co-construction a couple of months ago. So let's have a look.
And we're filming. Right. Hi Liam. Hi. Right, you've just finished working with me, okay, doing a lesson. Can you explain what the lesson was on, please, Liam?
Saturated and unsaturated fats.
Okay, what happened in the lesson?
Basically me and Megan and two other people, with help from you, led the lesson and taught the class.
Okay. Explain how you did that, or what we did.
We started off with a starter, and then we explained what the lesson was about, moved on to a practical about saturated and unsaturated fats, got some information from the rest of the class, and then did a plenary at the end.
And how did you do that plenary, Liam?
With a Socrative and then
a survey?
Yeah, a survey.
Okay, who created the Socrative quiz?
I created the Socrative.
Okay, so Liam, you like that type of learning. You told me that you don't really learn a lot from me and you find it more interesting than others. So tell me what the benefits are of doing that.
The benefits are probably because we have to teach other people, we have to have like a bigger understanding of what we're talking about in order to teach other people about it. And as well, like, most of the students find it easier to learn off us because we can explain it in a way that they understand.
Right, thank you, Liam. Right. I'm Megan. You also did the lesson with Liam. So tell me why you think this is a good idea.
I think it's a good idea because it helps you understand the subject more, because you're having to teach your classmates it as well.
Would you say that you were completely in charge and I left you to it?
No, we had your guidance doing the experiment, but we had to help you as well as you helping us.
And what do you think the students were able to learn today?
Like the differences between saturated and unsaturated fats.
And how would you say that you know that they've learned that?
Because they did the results table themselves and they got all the questions right on the quiz.
So there we have it. That was a particularly good lesson. I enjoyed doing that, and that's a video. It's a great way to show the impact of various different ideas. Just record a video and just upload it straight to YouTube or Vimeo, ready for other people to have a look. And the last thing I'd like to do, which is currently what I'm looking at now, is take polls. Now, this is an event I went to, Punk Learning at Pedigree London. I'm at the back of this room where Tate is talking about his Punk Learning and to smash things up. and to do things a bit differently. And I do have to say, I really enjoyed this session, and this is what I'm currently trying to do with my Year 9. So hopefully on Wednesday I shall make a quick short follow-up video to highlight some of the work that the Year 9s have been able to plan and carry out and do themselves, and interview a couple of the students. I don't think I've done it as well, obviously, as Tate, and I need to reflect on how I could maybe do it better. And I think probably after the next half term, I'll have a look at another topic where we can definitely invest far more time in supporting the students to plan and identify what type of experiments they want to do, what type of learning they want to do, and to really work together to encourage them to take an active part in their lessons. So, coming back to what this was about, this will be a good thing to do. So, as I said, that's me, Daniel Harvey, at Daniel Harvey 9, and that's just 3 or 4 examples of things in the last 8-9 months that I've been able to learn just from paying attention on Twitter, but more importantly, having conversations about learning with people who want to share. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening.